Hi, my name's Ashley Rice and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay guys, I'm going to be sharing my 5 tips if you are planning on going vegan in 2019. I see these videos all over the place and I think there are so many wonderful things that people have to say, so thank you for watching my video today. These are the things that when I look back on my journey as I transitioned to veganism, I found really helpful. So I hope these will be just as helpful for you. My number 1 tip, and I think this is something you should think about right away as you're even thinking about transitioning to veganism, is that you should know why you're going vegan. Are you going vegan for the animals? Are you going vegan for your own health? Are you going vegan because it's a trend? You just want to try it? It's more sustainable, it's more eco-friendly, or even some other reasons outside of that. And I think the reason why it's so important for you to know why you're becoming vegan is because along the way you are going to experience some difficulties. It's really not as difficult as a lot of people think it is, but there are some moments where you're going to be tempted to eat something that maybe you shouldn't, or you're like, I know that laundry detergent isn't okay, but it's the one that I know that works and I really don't feel like trying something else out, or so on and so forth. Or you're like, that's my favorite lipstick, but I know the company's not even cruelty-free, but like, do I really want to play around with lipsticks? Like, you're gonna have those moments and you're gonna have moments of doubt of, is this even worth it? Am I even making a difference in whatever area I care about? And knowing why you went vegan and reminding yourself is really helpful. For instance, I went vegan for the animals, and as hard as it is to see all of the torture that animals go through and the exploitation and the things that we do to animals to get certain products, as hard as it is to see those images or those videos, they are a constant reminder of why I am vegan and why I'm always going to be vegan for the rest of my life, and why I'm always going to fight for the animals. And like, everything else is like a nice bonus, don't get me wrong. Like, the fact that it's healthier for me and it's better for the environment and everything else, like, I think that's a plus. The other reason I think you should know why you're going vegan is because in the vegan community, you will find some people saying you have to be a certain type of vegan. And I really don't like this, and I know tons of other people hate it too. This is one of the things that I have actually personally experienced multiple times. I'll be posting something on my vegan Facebook groups just going, hey guys, do you know if this is vegan? I haven't been able to find anything in my research, and like, if you know, it would help me out. And some of the comments I always get is, yeah, it's vegan, but like, why would you eat that? Like, it's really bad for you. And somehow I'm getting judged for my health choices, which is not why I went vegan. Like, it's a nice added bonus that some of the vegan foods are healthier options. There are also some completely not healthy vegan options, and I'm okay having both. Like, it does not bother me to be an unhealthy vegan because I didn't go vegan for my health. I went for the animals. So for me, the fact that I can eat this junk food that's vegan is all that matters to me, because I'm not eating junk food that isn't vegan and some animal isn't getting exploited or tortured for that food. I don't want this to cause confusion for new vegans, because some people might hear that and they go, oh my gosh, like, if I'm gonna be vegan, I have to be extremely healthy, you know? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong for going vegan for health reasons. I don't think there's anything wrong going vegan for any reasons, really. I think they're all wonderful reasons, even if you're just like trying it out or experimenting, or it's the thing to do right now when you want to play around. But you have to know why you're going vegan, so when you get someone who went vegan for a different reason butting heads with you, because sometimes that'll happen. I mean, we are humans, we are faulty. You can go, well, that's not why I went vegan actually, so I'm going to eat this junk food or this juice that I know isn't the healthiest juice out there. So I think it's kind of like a double reason of why you should know you're going vegan. It's really going to help you in your transition as you go vegan, and it's also going to help you when you talk to other people who went for different reasons. Now, I also don't want that to scare you and make you think that everyone's always butting heads in the vegan community. Whenever you look at any people group, you're gonna have people who are just extreme, and then you're gonna have people who are compassionate. And for the most part, a majority of the vegans I have gotten to know are extremely compassionate, with a few that are like, you're gonna eat that? That's really unhealthy. Or, you know, way more extreme than that, which is what most people think of when they think of veganism, which is crazy. So a majority of the people you're gonna meet are gonna be so helpful, and it's gonna be amazing. But I'll talk about that more as I get further on in the list. The second tip that I have for you is take it slow. Take the transition to veganism really slow. When I thought about going vegan, it scared the crud out of me. I was like, there's no way I can go vegan. And granted, like, I was vegetarian at this time, you guys. I had already cut out a majority of the things that I don't use or eat now. But I was scared poopless. I was like, how can I go vegan? I'm gonna have to change everything in my life. It's gonna be so hard. You know, a list of all the reasons to be terrified for going vegan were happening in my brain. And then finally I read this article that said, hey guys, transition slowly. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And it just took all of the fear and the weight that I was feeling off of my shoulders. And it was probably the most helpful tip that I think I got as I was transitioning to veganism. Take everything slow. You know, you don't have to transition overnight. If you want to and you have that desire and you know you're gonna stick with it and it works for you, like that is awesome. Go for it, go to town. However, for a majority of people, that's not the case. So don't be afraid to take it slow. I actually just started something on my channel called the Going Vegan Challenge, where every month I challenge someone to replace a product in their life for something that is vegan. For instance, this month, and this video is gonna come out in the next few days, I believe, I'm gonna challenge people to replace ice cream with vegan ice cream. That's kind of where that idea stemmed from, is just transition slowly, you know, slowly cut out certain type of meats or makeup, or go cruelty-free makeup first. Or if you're a heavy meat eater, you know, do what works for you. Go vegetarian first, then go vegan. Or if it's easier for you to cut out eggs first. You know, do what works for you. There is no like set way to go vegan. You can take it slow and you can tackle whatever area in your life is the easiest to start with. You can take as long as you need to make that transition. So long as you're transitioning, you're doing something that's amazing and really benefiting a ton of people and animals in the world. Tip number 3 is to find alternatives to things that you really enjoyed before going vegan. So this can mean thousands of things. If you are transitioning from a heavy meat diet to a very much whole foods, plant-based diet, I think you'll have a little bit of a harder time doing this. If you love hamburgers, I would suggest finding your favorite vegan burger out there. I definitely recommend the Beyond Meat burger. That is my personal favorite, but really just play around with the alternatives for things that you really like. And it might be even something completely different. So for instance, I loved Cheez-Its. I craved Cheez-Its. My mom gave me Cheez-Its for my birthday, you guys. Like, I was obsessed with Cheez-Its. And when I decided to go vegan, I was like, I'm never gonna find vegan Cheez-Its that I enjoy, because I tried a few that were basically supposed to be identical to it, and I really didn't love it. But then I found hip peas, and I am obsessed, and they are my new obsession. Instead of Cheez-Its, I love hip peas. So finding alternatives to things that you really enjoy as of where you are right now, I think is really helpful. So then when you start craving bacon, or, you know, something cheesy or something meaty, or your favorite dairy milk or whatever it might be, whenever you're starting to crave that, you have something that you can turn to instead. So that way you're not falling back and taking steps back. Which, by the way, there is nothing wrong with that. If you slip up, don't worry about it. Just take it and go. Learn why you took that step back and try and prevent that next time. And I think one of the easiest ways to do that is find new favorites. And it'll be so helpful. It's a lot of experimenting, a lot of trying new things to find the ones that you really love, but it is so worth it, and it's really gonna help you, especially when cravings really start to kick in. Also, because as humans, we like consistency, we like tradition, we don't like change. And so being able to find something really quickly is going to be so helpful, because that'll just be your new tradition. That'll be your new go-to. And so you won't feel like you're having to give up so much, because you'll have already found something that you're in love with. And this kind of plays into my 4th tip, and that is just play. Like, you guys, I can't tell you how many things I hated before I went vegan that I'm now obsessed with. I sometimes liked gummies, but I found a lot of gummies that I wasn't obsessed with. Like, I hate dots. I hate dots. And I hate gummy bears. I hate gummy snakes. Like, I didn't do any of those before going vegan, and I still don't do dots. But I have found that since going vegan, they're using different ingredients for the recipes, and I actually really enjoy like vegan snakes and vegan worms and vegan bears, like little gummy guys. Another thing that's really surprised me, since going vegan, I've become obsessed with certain types of mushrooms, and I hated mushrooms before going vegan. Absolutely hated them. But now I actually kind of enjoy a few in different types of recipes that I wouldn't have tried otherwise. So definitely be willing to play around with the food that you maybe didn't care about as much, because you'll find that the recipes are a little bit different when they're made vegan. Also, another thing with vegan products that you're gonna find is that some are gonna work beautifully and other ones are going to be pieces of poop. And so you definitely wanna play around, because you're gonna get some products that are gonna be really cruddy and you're gonna go, great. This is what I get to look forward to for the next so many years of my life, because I went vegan. All vegan cheeses suck, or all fake bacon sucks, because that was one thing I experienced too. It was like, all vegan bacon tastes like cardboard. And then I found a company that I really loved. I think they're called Sweet Earth, or Herbivore's Butcher. I live really close to them, so I can get theirs whenever I want. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll try a bunch of vegan stuff and you're like, this is horrible. This sucks. And then all of a sudden you'll find your new favorite product. And so this is a time, especially when you're just starting out, to just play. And I'm not saying you have to like go to the grocery store and spend $500 on groceries because you're going to be trying 5 different types of non-dairy milk and 5 different types of vegan cheeses. You know, like you don't have to go nutso and you don't have to spend $1 million trying out products. Just whenever you go grocery shopping, buy how you used to buy. So if you buy 2 cartons of milk, buy 2 cartons of non-dairy milk and just play with those non-dairy milks until you find something that you really enjoy. And make this process fun, because a lot of people can look at this process and be like, great, now I have to try some more non-dairy milks and I hated all the other ones. I'm probably gonna hate these and I'm gonna have to suffer through them. And like, you can make it something really, really negative, but just make it like something enjoyable, make it something exciting. And my last tip, number 5, is going to be find a support group. This can be a local support group that you go and you meet up with them, or it could be a Facebook group. It could be some of your friends that are already vegan. It could be you're emailing someone who's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, whatever it might be. Find your support group. I can't tell you how amazing it has been to have a few different support groups on Facebook that I go to whenever I don't know if a product's vegan, or if I have a question for them, like the whole Christmas tree thing. If you want to see that video, I'll link it up in the eye. You can check it out. It was like this weird thing. But you know, it's somebody that I can turn to and ask questions. And there are some people who ask so many amazing questions. Like they have been trying tons of vegan cheeses and none of them have been good. Like what do people suggest? Because they don't want to have regular cheese, but they were obsessed with cheese and they need a good alternative. Or whenever you're looking for cheap, easy recipes, you can post to the group. Or even if you're just needing someone to say like you're doing a good job. And you can find a ton on Facebook. They are absolutely amazing. I think this has been one of the most helpful things. Even if I'm not asking questions, I'm seeing what questions other people are asking and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never even thought about that. That is such an amazing question. Anyways, I just think it's really important to have a support group that you can feel comfortable asking questions. And I would suggest Veganuary is a good support group for new vegans. You can ask a lot of questions there, and there are some seasoned vegans there. There are some people who've dabbled in veganism, and there are a ton of new vegans that are a part of the group. They're really awesome. Find one that is for your local area. So for instance, I live in Minnesota, and so I have a few Minnesotan vegan groups that I am a part of. And like, you'll find tons of groups, guys, and just like look at each of them, see which ones fit you. But they are so helpful and so nice for, especially when you're just starting to transition, like having a support group is so crucial and so important. So I would definitely recommend to find somebody in your life, whether it is in person or through the internet or over phone or whatever it might be, just someone that can really help you during this time. So those are my 5 tips. Obviously, I have a ton more. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them in the comments below. But also keep looking at other people's videos. I'm gonna link a couple of going vegan tip videos in the description box below. They are fellow vegan YouTubers who I have connected with since starting my YouTube channel, who I absolutely love, and I think their videos are amazing as well. So you definitely should check out their channels and check out their tips as well, because they are very different from mine. And I just want to wish you luck if you are deciding to go vegan. I think that's amazing, especially for those of you who did Veganuary and you want to keep going with it. I am so excited for you as you're starting this journey. I am so happy that I went vegan. I feel so amazing in several hundred different ways. Like, it has probably been one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. So I just want to encourage you, and I hope your journey goes so beautifully and as smoothly as possible. Really, mine went extremely smooth. It totally shocked me. But I think that's going to be it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, feel free to leave all your questions in the comments below, or if something stuck out to you in this video, let me know as well. Also, if you're a vegan and you want to leave your top 5 tips in the comments below, it could be a link to your video that you've already made, or it could just be you writing it out. I would love for you to do that. Just write them on down below. But other than that, if you are new to my channel, I would absolutely love if you would subscribe and click the little bell down below to receive notifications for my future videos. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.